YouTube channel, I want you to welcome State Representative Marie Woodson. Can everybody, those of you that have the cell phone devices, go into our YouTube channel, and soon as you pop on the screen, we are going to get started. That means you're lively tuned in. Also, if you haven't taken the link and you haven't shared it with anyone, we're asking that you will consider doing so right now. Doing so right now as we're about to get started. Amen. Amen. Who's going to be the first one? Who's going to be the first? You know, there's something about being first, being first, and our state representative certainly could share with you many things about being the first one in her culture, in her family, and the list goes on and on and on. Amen. We certainly got a couple of welcome messages, but I want you to put in the words Representative Marie Woodson. Representative Marie Woodson. We want the virtual community to know who she is. Amen. Amen. I think I see it right here. Well, amen. For those of you that are here present, would you stand to your feet and give our state representative a hand? Would you do that for me, please? Okay. Now, for those of you in the virtual community, I know you're still in bed. I know you're at the coffee table. I know you are probably listening and not watching. But I want you to stop what you're doing right now and pay close attention to what we are about to share with you. But we're honored today to have State Representative Marie Woodson all the way from Tallahassee, Florida. She rubbed shoulders with senators and congressmen and the governor of our state. So we are honored to have someone here as we celebrate our 20th year anniversary. There is a crisis going on, and we want to hear more about it. State Representative Woodson is a very dear friend of mine, and I use the word dear very, very, very carefully because I don't give that to too many people. But we have been hanging out for 20-something years. I lost count. I lost count. I know both of her children were the son was very young, and we were already acquainted when her daughter was born. So somewhere up there in the 20s column. But a very, very dear friend of mine, and we're so happy to introduce her to our virtual community. We have somewhere in the neighborhood around well over 1,000 listeners on our YouTube channel, and it's our pleasure to introduce everyone to her. So we want to talk a little bit to her. I just got a few questions that I want to ask of her. State Representative Woodson, we are so honored to have you with us here today, and always a blessing when I come in contact with you and your dear husband. It's like you guys are like everywhere. I was amazed when I spoke to you a few days ago. I believe it was Labor Day, and you indicated that there was nothing on your calendar for the day. I'm like, oh, that is great, because I'm sure that rarely happens. But again, to our listening audience and to our viewers, we're honored to have State Representative Woodson here. And today we are going to be talking about the crisis in Haiti. So let's talk about Haiti. Representative Woodson, could you share with our viewers the impact that the recent earthquake had on Haiti?
Thank you so much, Dr. Pastor Baker, my dear friend. I have to give you both titles because I know how hard you work to earn those titles. Even though you have a job, you're also a pastor. You work, you study hard to get your PhD. So it's a pleasure for me to be here with your dear brother of mine for a long time, actually. And I would like to acknowledge the First Lady of the House, Mrs. Christine Baker, the First Lady, and tell you the truth, celebrating your 20th anniversary. I know that Dr. Baker would not have been able to make it without a good woman by his side. So I congratulate both of you on such a great achievement, and I also congratulate the members who have been so supportive of the church throughout 20 years. Not 20 days, not 20 minutes, not 20 months, 20 years. This is a long time to really have the church going. So I commend your strength, your resilience, and your passion and your love for God. So thank you for having me here this morning. So let's start talking about Haiti. And I also would like to thank the viewers that you have looking at us this morning to share a little bit about my homeland, Haiti. As you know, I was born and raised in Haiti, and I came here at the age of 21. So when Haiti is going through crisis, I'm going to the crisis. We all are going to the crisis. Whether you were born in Haiti or not, Haiti is really a friend to all of us, home to some of us, and a country just like any other country because we all know that we came from the motherland. We all came from Africa. They dropped some here, some in Haiti, some in Jamaica, some everywhere. So we all are one. As you know, Haiti has been going through a lot, one crisis after another. It's not that we know in 2010 Haiti suffered from an earthquake. Guess what? The people has not even recuperated. They have not even recuperated from the 2010 earthquake, and then they being hit with another one in 2021. So the recent earthquake really added to the wound, like you would say, to what happened in 2010. Because as of today, you have a lot of people living under makeshift tents from 2010. Think about what's going on now when this earthquake, very large, big earthquake, 7.2 magnitude, hit Haiti again. So we have about 199,923 homes that have been affected, either damaged or destroyed by this earthquake. And when you're thinking about just the earthquake, that's not the only crisis that Haiti is going through. Haiti is going through COVID. Haiti is going to poverty. Haiti is going, the major one is security, the lack of security, the lack of stability. And you had the assassination, the recent assassination of a president. You have schools that have been destroyed that cannot be opened. So it's one crisis after another. As well, we all have to admit there have been a lack of leadership. Because if you really care about the country, there are a lot of things that you would want to be done about the country. So I have seen so much. I went 2 weeks ago. We went on a fact-finding missions. We were fortunate that the Biden administration and the U.S. Embassy coordinated the trip for us because you know it's not secure in Haiti. So I'll just give you a little bit of what we saw when we went on the recent trip, and we will be discussing more throughout the interview.
Amen. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. In my recent talk with you, you had indicated that you took a trip there a few weeks ago. Could you elaborate a little further on what did you see, what did you experience? Again, we're often limited to what we see in the news media, what we read in the papers, and often the media has a way of putting their own narratives on situations, and so sometimes we don't see the real situation. Could you just elaborate a little further on your trip there, what you saw with your own eyes?
Sure, Dr. Baker, and thank you for the question. When I went back home this past few weeks, it was very sad, very nostalgic, very heart-wrenching to see what's going on in the country. Haiti is really a beautiful island. Growing up in Haiti, it was not the way that it is now. And I was shocked to see how bad the country has gone to. So it's really depressing when you go to see 99% living in poverty and about 1% living rich like they were living somewhere else. When I got there, I started seeing homes that needs to be fixed, and we were fortunate to go with the U.S. Air Force, who took us to the area that was devastated in Lekai, Manish. And tell you the truth, the situation was worse than I expected. They were able to fly well low so we could see the devastation. What gave me hope is some of the children that are so with the eyes wide open, and you can see that they want more, they want better. However, the country at this time is not offering them much, and we need leadership in the country. As well, you have USAID that has been there providing food, providing first aid, basic first aid to the people. But when you look at what's going on, the country needs a lot more than that. And I keep saying leadership because it's all start with good leadership who knows what to put in place, the plan that they need to have, because the country has been going through so much for so long. And it's about time that we say enough is enough. So we had a chance to meet the prime minister. As you know, we don't have a sitting president after the assassination. We have a prime minister and a member of his cabinet. We have a few members of the Senate. They don't even have any in the House. So we had a chance to meet with him, and he talked to us about some good things that he would like to see done, things that they would like to put in place. But my hope is we will all rally right now, the diaspora, the Haitian diaspora who have been here, the United States of America. Not saying they need to go and take over, because that had happened before, and this is not what we need at this time. At this time, we need to have all the minds sitting together, the diaspora, the current administration, the Biden administration, the USAID, the UN, United Nations as well, for all of us to sit together and see what needs to be done for the country, because the country, to me, is on its last legs at this time. And we need to give hope to those children, to the families, to everybody, men and women, because they want better. The people want better. They just need to get in the right directions by great leaders in order to make things happen for Haiti. That is such a beautiful island.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, it's amazing what happens when the people of God get together and decide we're going to make a difference. We're going to make a difference. You know, it's limited to what one person can do, but when you get a group of folks that are committed to making an impact, a difference can occur. And the beauty of what the church and the position the church is in, that not only are we required to love people, but we are required to love people indeed. The scriptures say in deeds, and that's with material types of things. And so I'm blessed, and I think South Florida is blessed to have someone of the caliber of Representative Marie Woodson in Tallahassee, Florida. And the Haitian people are blessed to have a spokesperson that's able to go out and do what is actually taking place today, of creating an awareness of a need, and raising the question as to the need is there. What can we do? Now, we've talked about many situations, and I think early on she indicated the number of people that are homeless, the number of people that are homeless right now, waiting on someone to step up and do something for them. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt hopeless and was just depending on someone to come through for you? And that's the situation that our brothers and our sisters in Haiti find themselves in. So, State Representative, you've been there, you've seen all of the various things. So, can we talk about what are the needs? What are the needs there? We've been putting information out on Facebook, and we do want to say a greeting this morning to our Facebook community. Many are listening in right now, so we give a shout out to you. We want to welcome you, and we'll let State Representative Woodson welcome you as well, as we've already addressed the YouTube audience. So, State, would you give us highlight some of the needs that you see there, and how we locally can position ourselves to assist in this worldwide effort to help Haiti?
And thank you so much, Dr. Baker. You said it in so many words. You mentioned that we have to do deeds, to do some good deeds. And tell you the truth, I'm tired of the talking. A lot of people are talking, but they're not taking action. And I know you're a man of actions, because even when it happened, you call me, you say, what can you do in order to assist in the situation? And a lot of people also want to assist, but they don't know how to. One thing that we did, I would say to the viewers before I even go any further, when this situation happened, when the earthquake hit, one thing that we got together, a group of us got together, and we all were elected officials, of Haitian descent. There's a group called the National Haitian American Elected Officials, that goes by the acronym of NEON. It contains elected officials throughout the United States. We have people from New York, Massachusetts, all the Haitian elected officials throughout the nation. We got together under the leadership of Chairman Alex Desulme in North Miami, and we decided that enough was enough. If you are elected to do a job, you need to take the job very seriously and work. Just like I'm doing here, I've been elected to serve District 101, and from day one, I don't take anything for granted. I know that I'm elected to do a job, and I try to do the best that I can with the help, with the support of family, friends, and also the staff and volunteers. So we decided to make sure that there's accountability and transparency this time, which is very important. In 2010, when the earthquake hit, there were a lot of people who collected money on the back of the people of Haiti, and the money never got to Haiti or never did anything. So we decided that we were going to establish a portal where everybody who received money to do anything for Haiti, to go in that portal, to report how much money you have received and what deliverables and outcomes that you are providing for this money that you received. This was the first thing that we did. But going to Haiti, we find out that right now the people really need medical supplies. They don't really need canned goods and stuff like that, because USAID is out there doing that, and we also have people who are sending food, depending if they get a courier to take the food over there. So the critical needs right now is for medical supply, hygienic supplies, and also money. The reason that we say money, when you send money to Haiti during this time right now, it would help the family members, and they would be able to buy those items as well in Haiti, where we would keep the economy going, because the economy dropped completely. So if you don't put some money in there to stimulate the economy, then it would not help on the big picture. It would just only help families, one family here, one family there. So at this time, Pastor Baker, we really need a lot of medical supplies, and also we need hygienic items for women or men. And also we asking people to donate, to go on the website at www.NHAEON, which stands for NEON, National Haitian American Elected Official Network, to go to that website and donate, whether big or small. And what we would do, if the money is not allocated to a certain organization, we would take whatever money that we collect with no administrative fee deducted. We would not take $1 from this money. We would allocate that money to organizations that have been vetted on the ground of providing services in that area in order to help the people, because we don't want a repeat of 2010 where people are collecting money and stealing the money and say they're getting the money for Haiti. So this is where we are.
Amen, amen, amen. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Some real good timely information. We're blessed, State Representative Woodson. We're blessed to have. We have several families in our church from Haiti. I'm looking at some of the ones that are on right now. If you want to give a shout out to Haiti, your motherland, you go ahead. You can push it straight through in our chat section on our YouTube channel. Again, we're so blessed. Again, just several families that we've grown to love over the years that support this ministry very well from Haiti. Again, we've talked about the needed resources, but State Rep, there is there's rumors, there's discussions going on out there concerning how do we make sure these real delicate items, these much needed items, how do we make sure they get in the hands of the people? And I would say that would probably be a statement that if we open up the airways and had different folks to comment on it, what is in place to ensure that happens?
Thank you, Dr. Baker. And before I even answer the questions, I have to thank you so much because you have always been a supporter of the Haitian community. I remember when you work in North Miami Beach, which has a large population of Haitian American. When you work in the city of Miami as well, you have always been supportive of everyone, including the Haitian community, because sometimes we seem to be left behind, and you are the type of person you care about everyone, no matter where they come from, no matter what the ethnicity or the background. So thank you. I want to make sure that I say that. And I would like to also thank the viewers who are looking right now, who wants to donate, who want to contribute to the cause. This is not just a Haiti cause, it's a humanitarian cause, and we all need to help. Looking at what's going on in the world right now, I know Haiti might not be the priority right now, but it's one of the priorities. And we know Cuba, Afghanistan, all these other countries are going through a lot. And we're going through a lot in our backyard, right here in our state of Florida. We're going through a lot. We're dealing with COVID and so many other things. So we are grateful for anyone who wants to help. We want to make sure that those items that you are collecting gets to Haiti. I sent some medical supplies, and there were some issues with those medical supplies getting to the hands of the people, because we know there have been reported corruption. There have been reported items or money not getting to the people. So what we did, we connected with organizations that we know that are on the ground that would be receiving those. Mm-hmm. One of them that actually they were at the airport coming back from Haiti when I came from Haiti is an organization led by Dr. Flor Latertu called IEDAP. And also the Haitian Nurses Association, the Haitian American Nurses Association. Also, we have Mando Do Foundation. They all from that same area, Lekai, and they want to see the people prosper. They want to see the people thrive. So they are very credible organization. We have Gascov Clergy, which is a big organization that have been going over there. So we want to make sure that those items get to those people so they can be distributed to the people who really need the help as well. Should connect with the Haitian ambassador who is here. And there were some items actually they were holding to customs, and that I gave him the name, and he was able to use his power to get those items out. So I am very committed to make sure that the people get the help that they need. So we can guarantee you that we will make sure that the right organization get those items here, and they would be transported in Haiti, and then from Haiti they would be able to get to the people. And I have to say, some of those organizations that I mentioned, IDAP and the Nurses Association, Madodo, they go to the rural areas, not just in the city. They climb those mountains and get to the people who really need the help. So we do have a lot of organizations, but we made sure that we are vetting some of those organizations in order to get the help over there that they need. And we have some cargo. Also, there's one of Fort Lauderdale that the, he has gotten things over there already. So we are really partnering with those people that we know that those items won't be lost if we give them those items and take them to Haiti. And this is not going to be my only trip. I went this time. We plan on going again over there in order to see what's going on the ground.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you've heard it directly from our state representative, Marie Woodson. But the million-dollar question is, what can we do? What can we do to help? We have set our church location up as a 7-day a week drop drop off site, 7-day a week drop off site for medical supplies. We have already received some financial contributions that have come in directly to the church. If it is convenient for you to send it to the church, just make sure you make note of it. We're running this very hard throughout the entire month of September, and at the end of the month of September, we will be releasing all of these items to State Representative Woodson. So we're asking if you would spread the word, and again get the word out that we are requesting medical supplies, various medical supplies that are needed very, very, very dearly, as well as some financial assistance. Again, if you we're going to have Rep Wilson, if she would, we're going to have her give the information again as to where you can send that financial contribution. We'll publish it on our website, but if it's more convenient for you to give through the church, we have a church website, www.thewayfellowship.com, www.thewayfellowship.com, and there's a section in it for donations, and you can go straight in there. You can give through Zelle through that site, as well as Cash App, and through our normal giving portal. All of that is right there on the website, made available specially for you. One thing that is real special about our state rep, she speaks multiple languages, and for our I believe you speak Spanish, right? French, right? Okay, Creole, right? So I'm gonna have her for just a couple of minutes. So your those from your country, they can hear their homeland flair, and for our Spanish community, so they'll have an opportunity to hear from you, because we are going to be rebroadcasting this particular clip. Would you give her that honor at that time, and then I'll be back for some closing comments. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Baker. And you asked what ways can people help. I'm going to go through that first before I even start speaking to my Haitian brothers and sisters. First of all, I would like you to continue to pray for Haiti. We need prayer more than everything in the world. Even before the donation, we need the prayers, because Haiti, Lord knows, we have been from one thing to the other. And like you said this morning, we cannot stop praying. We have to continue praying. So please, I'm asking you to, and the church family, to continue lifting Haiti in your prayers. So that's the first thing. The second thing, if people want to donate, yes, you can donate to the church, the Way Fellowship Church, to Pastor Baker and the First Lady. You can donate to the church, and then he would write a check to NEON, which is the National Haitian American Elected Officials Network. And for the people who wants to go directly to the NEON website, because you can see also what's going on, it's www.NHAEON, National Haitian American Elected Officials Network.org. You can go to the website and donate and see what's going on, or you can donate to the church, and the pastor will write the check out to NEON, that would in turn distribute it to whoever needs to distribute it. And now I'm going to go to my Creole to talk to my Haitian brothers and sisters. Haïtien pareil, moi, m'a dit non, gros bonjour aujourd'hui. M'a dit nous merci du fait que nous avons écouté. C'est dans l'église docteur, pasteur Kelvin Baker Kemie, dans nous fellowship avec madame ni, madame Christine Baker, c'est eux-mêmes qui chef l'église là et y a aidé nous-mêmes qu'en Haïti qui souffrit de tremblement de terre qui était passé le 10 ans. Son monde qui toujours supporté haïtien, m'a dit nous que nous pas oublier nous que nous là, que n'a supporté nous, l'a supporté nous et n'a contribué travail pour nous aider frères nous avec ce nous qui Haïti. M'a dit nous merci beaucoup et m'a parlé avec nous encore très bientôt. Para Spanish, no. Para los amigos que está hablando español, yo estoy hablando ahora contigo. Estoy ayudando a todos los haitianos que tienen problemas con el huracán que pasa este año. Yo estoy en la iglesia del pastor Kelvin Baker y su esposa, la primera mujer de la iglesia que se llama Christine Baker también. Yo estoy aquí con ellos para ayudar los hermanos y las hermanas de Haití que sufren del weekend del año de este año. Si usted quiere ayudar a la gente de Haití que está en mi país, usted puede ir a la cita www.nhaeon también .org. Usted puede ir en ese sitio para donar lo que puede, lo que quiere, lo que puede, lo que su corazón dice que puede dar. Muchas gracias para su ayuda. Cuando Haití tiene un problema, toda la gente tiene problema también. Muchas gracias para su ayuda. Que Dios te bendiga. Gracias.
Amen, amen, amen. I'll translate that for you all. Help Haiti. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. There you have it, a briefing directly here from the Way Fellowship Church. Again, we thank you all so much for tuning in. What a privilege, people of God, we have to be there for Haiti, as well as many other areas around our country that stand in need. And we have provided you with information. Again, I'll have State Rep, if you would provide them with a telephone number or something if they want to do something perhaps much greater that they can call directly to your state office. Could you provide them with that information?
Sure. They can actually also text 267818 to 801801. Again, they can text 267818 to 801-801. They can download your church cash app as well that they can donate, or they can call my office at 954-963-7500. 963-7500. That's just my office, my state office. But go text if you want to donate to Neon. You can text 267818 to 801-801, or you can go to the church website and donate as well and mark it to go to Haiti. Thank you so much, Pastor Baker. It's always such a pleasure to be with you and be able to share, but most of all, you helping Haiti at this time, which I sincerely appreciate it. To the First Lady, Christine Baker, thank you as well. And to all the church members, the church family, I cannot be too grateful because you have been sustaining the church with Pastor Baker and his wife. So thank you so much for having me here this morning. May God continue to bless you and your family. Keep safe during this COVID time, and let's all of us stand together and pray together for the benefit of our nation and our world. Thank you, Pastor Baker.
Amen, amen. There you have it, people of God. Would you put your hands together for State Representative Marie Woodson? We thank God for the great work that she's doing.